Hi, I'm Barb Boatman, and I'm here today telling my quilt story on June 15th, 2023, at today's meeting of the Western North Carolina Quilt Guild. What I have in my hand is the only documentation that I have about the quilt behind me, and it's the side panel off of a Christmas box where this quilt was packaged and wrapped for many, many years up on the shelf in the closet. And in my mother's handwriting, it says 300 quilt blocks, all 9-patch, made by Mary E. Wilson in 1951. It was quilted by Lenny F. Vickers, Lenny Faber Vickers, and it was quilted for Barbara Wilson Boatman. So the blocks were made by my paternal great-great-grandmother, and meaning my father's side of the family. And I was born in 48, and the quilt was made in 51. I'll be 75 this summer. And it was quilted by my mother's mother. And so everything was made by hand. All the quilting was done by hand. It's only been washed maybe twice, because I did let my children use it when they were young, just so we could say it was used, but up until that point it had never seen the light of day. It was just folded in tissue papers. But I know that the fabric, a good deal of it came from the two grandmothers' dresses and blouses that they made, and even from clothes that my grandmother made for my mother. And it just gives me a great deal of pride to have something that is this old and something that is so family connected. I did have the chance to go tell it in conjunction with I'm sorry, I forgot the quilt thing in Northern Virginia, Sacred Threads, with Sacred Threads. And the thing that goes along with this that makes me so excited is my maternal grandmother, Grandma Lenny, was a very prolific quilt maker, so much so that she is listed in the West Virginia book of the 100 most prolific quilt makers in the state that was done in 1976, as was her sister and another member of the family. And so when I was in Sacred Threads and did the Tell It, I showed my modern quilt, and then they took pictures and put it in the archives with one of the universities. But I remember as a child growing up sitting under the quilting frame, and there was always a sewing machine set up in what was the formal living room. That was the only thing it was used for, was quilting. And my mother would she would give my mother her egg money and send her to town as an adult. After she was married, she would send my mother to town to buy the fabric and tell her what she wanted for all the quilts that she made for us over the years. So, thank you.